Hello and welcome back to another Final Table commentary. If at any point in time you find yourself not caring for the commentary, there'll be a link in the description down below to the video and KalipokerTV poker replays. With that being said, today we got a 530 PKO. Danny with a couple of sevens went for the raise and they took it down pre. Hey Allison throws in the GL. We got Samensky, Danny, Marcin, Coco Jambo, Great Dant, Prap, and then again Hey Allison. Marcini goes for the open with the king and the jack. They'll see the all-in from the 9 and the 9 for Samensky. Going for that $1,200 bounty. 9-9 gets the jam through pre-flop. And Samensky's hanging out with about 27 blinds, and they get a couple of 8s this time. Great Dant with an ace and a jack. We'll see a little bit of action. I don't think we get this all-in pre-flop. Samensky opens to 2 blinds. Great Dant could always 3-bet here. We could just play call as well. Great Dant lands on the call. 9-4-2 flop. Not what Great Dant's looking for. A couple of overcards. A little backdoor wheel draw. Sees a small bet, 1.5 blinds, and finds the fold out of position. Samensky up to 30.5 blinds. Doesn't get a pocket pair this time around. Coco Jambo with the king 8-0 will rip it in. And Marcini folds the king 3-0. Oh yeah, the mic. Sorry, my mic's broken a little bit. Sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not. Hey Allison with a couple of kings will come in for the open. Doesn't look like they're gonna get any action here. Coco, the big stack with an 8 and a 10 on the button, will just find the fold in. Hey Allison's raise gets through pre-flop. Jack 8 suited for Samensky in the big blind. 7-7 from Marcini might rip it in and take it down. Oh, Coco comes in for the open with the 7-6. Oh, the 7s do go all in for Marcini. And they get it through pre-flop. What's going on here? Not too much. Hey Allison in the big with a jack and a 5 might get a walk. Yep. Samensky with a bullshit holding. Danny on the button with some bullshit as well. Ace 5 suited for Danny. Sees the Coco Jambo open 2.25. Bigger sizing for Coco might get through. Would be cool to see Danny 3-bet here, and they do find it. 7.5 blinds to go, and Coco will let go of the queen 6 suited. Nice little play by Danny. Oh, my mic just cuts out every once in a while. It's fucked up. I'm gonna have to buy a new one. That's unfortunate. Queen 10 for Coco. Whoa. See, and now it just shot right up. Ace 3 for Great Dant in the big blind. Oh, we're just gonna flop a straight. Coco is dead. I guess they got some backdoor chop outs. They're very likely losing this hand. They bet 6 blinds. We get an ace on the turn, so we do got the chop outs to a 3. Close. Deuce of hearts on the river. Great Dant with that straight, blocking the boats. 17.5 blinds in the middle. Great Dant bets 6. And Coco swiftly folds the queen high, of course. Ace king for Coco in the big blind. Great Dant with a 6 and a 3 will just fold. Ace 6 for Marcini in the big. We got Great Dant on the button with the king jack suited. They'll come in for the open. King 10 for Coco in the small. We could always 3-bet. That would be cool to see. Queen 8 for Prap off the 6 blind stack. From the cutoff will fold. Great Dant will open up the king jack of clubs. There's a quick 3-bet to 8 blinds from Coco. If I'm Great Dant, I'm pretty worried. Great Dant goes in the thinker. Jams it all in. Nicely done by Great Dant. They'll take it down pre-flop. Ace 9 for Danny in the big blind. Marcini in the small with the ace 6 suited. Rips it all in for 14 blinds. And if I'm Danny, I click the call button. Marcini's in trouble here. They need a 6. Chop outs. They don't. Oh, wait. 10 on the river. Sorry, they do find one. My apologies. I thought the 10 was not what. Yeah, it was obvious. I didn't realize the chop. Whatever. Prep with a couple of 8s. Jack 10 suited for Great Dance. Sees the 3.5 blind open. Quickly folds. Semensky in the big blind with a king and a 2. We could always go bounty hunting here. $550 bounty on the line. Not surprised to see Semensky take the spot with about... Oh, we need a 3 or a king. We find a deuce. 8s hold on up for prep. That's good news for them. Semensky still covers prep and Marcini. So the spot was nice for them to take there. Great down with the king 10-0. Comes in for the open. Another jack 5 for Hey Allison in the big blind. This time they're not getting a walk. The raise gets through for Great Dant. Queen 9 for Coco. Will raise from early position. Semensky with a king jack. Do we just fold here? What do we do with king jack? Oh. We do land on the fold. Prap with a couple of 5s in the big blind. Could rip it in, and then what does Coco do? Oh no. We'll do some bounty math. We don't have to face that situation. Ace 3 flop. As Prap calls pre. Coco bets a blind in position. If I'm Prap, I at least call. They say we're going for a raise to 2.1 blinds. And Coco 3 bets the flop to 3.2 blinds. What a play by Coco. Prap finds the call 3 on the turn. So an ace is a chop pot, a queen or a 9 is what Coco needs. 9 on the river. Poker stars, you dirty motherfuckers. Prap bets 1.5 blinds. Coco quickly calls and sees the good news. Very interesting hand there for Coco to 3-bet the flop. As they get a jack 5 suited, they'll come in for the open once again. King 10 suited for Great Dant in the big blind. We'll see a flop. Couple of 6s for Prap. Wait, do they rip it in? And does Great Dant fold? What do we do here? So the 6s are all in. The kitty's coming to say hello. Yeah. Hey, buddy. So 6s are all in. Great Dant is thinking things through. Doesn't want to rip it all in. They play call. Weird spot. Coco quickly calls. King 8-7 flop. Backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw for Coco. They have about 8% we see. Jack on the turn is a juicy card as Coco makes a pair. They obviously need a jack or a 5. Get the ace of hearts, so Great Dad has the board locked up. 18 blinds will slide their way plus the bounty. And we lose prep. What's going on here? Danny with a queen 9 will let that go. Ace 3 for Great Dant on the button. Will come in for the open. And take it down pre-flop. King Queen for Semensky will open under the gun. Danny in the big with the 6-4. Oh, we'll let that go. Ace 10 for Semensky in the big. King Queen for Coco. They'll come in for the open. Semensky could always 3-bet. Nah, we just play call, of course. Don't know why I thought the Ace 10-0 was coming in for 3-bet. Every once in a while you use it as a bluff. Potentially if you're deeper stacked. Not in this situation, not here, not now. 7-4-2 flop goes check bet call. 7 on the turn goes check check. Deuce on the river, double paired board. Flush draw misses, goes check check. Coco shows down the king high and Semensky shows him the ace. King 10 for Semensky. They'll come in for the open. Oh, the cat's being silly. Allison in the big with the ace 6-0 sees a limp and then they're gonna rip it all in. Make their life easy. Semensky with about 47% is thinking about a call. Probably gonna fold, as this isn't the best situation for him. They do have a lot of equity though. There's a lot of pocket pairs that they're flipping with. What do we do, Semensky? Semensky thinks about an all-in here. Deep in the tank, they're like, do I want to put my life on the line? Do I want to play for a big stack? Would Allison be doing this with ace-king? Probably not. Ace-queen. Ace-10 suited? No, no, no. What about jacks are better? Nope. Tens are better? Nope. This is going to be like fives. Fives are worse. Ace-5 suited. Sometimes you see a king-5 suited rip it all in. And if Semensky says, hey, there might be a bit too much king-9 suited. You'd hate to see king-queen, that's for sure. Allison with ace-6-0. So would you expect like ace-7-0 to do this? Not necessarily. What do we expect of the jam? Semensky in a weird spot. What if we're using like queen 10 suited? Nah, I think we got a little bit more playability. We might jack 10 suited. Huh. If you stick jack 10 in there, queen 10 suited in there, this might become a call. Semensky thinks long, does find the fold. Very interesting spot as Coco gets an ace and a queen. Hey, Allison says, phew. Great Dan finds the call with the ace-5-0 in the big blind. Jack 10-7 flop. Coco with a couple of, no, just one straight draw to the king. Couple of overcards, bets pot. Great Dan with a backdoor straight draw says, I'm gonna let this bad boy go. Coco gets it through. Not much doing here. A couple of 4-6s in the blinds. We'll see if Great Dan limps it in, and they do elect to limp it in. Coco quickly checks it back. Ace, Jack, 7 flop. Not too much happening here. Queen on the turn. Both players don't really care. Yo, the cat plays with everything. Sorry, I didn't see the action. I was too busy taking care of the cat. Hey, Allison has a couple of queens, yo. Couple of queens. Semensky with the queen 9 suited. $18 blinds for Semensky. They'll think about coming in for the open. Ace-4 from Arsini in the big. Queen 9 hits the muck. Queen will open. Coco Jambo with the Jack 4 suited will let that go. 2.5 blinds is the size by Allison. Marcini with an ace in the big place call. Flops a straight draw to the deuce and has that overcard. King 5-3 flop. Not the best news for queens, but they still bet a blind. Marcini plays call. Queen on the turn. Does not lock up the board as we're still looking for that deuce for Marcini to make a straight. Get a free river, 6 of hearts. Marcini blocking 7-4 and 4-2, which complete on the river. Might think about a bluff here. They say, no, we'll just show down the ace high. Allison will rip it all in and say, haha, no showdown for you. Do you want to call your, oh no, you're out of here. Ace-7 for Semensky under the gun. We'll let that go. Great Dan with a couple of jacks. We'll raise it from the cutoff. Coco Jambo with the ace-10 from the button. See, this is one of those spots where you might think about a 3-bet with ace-10-0. Coco says, no, we'll just play call. Ace-Jack 4 flop. Danny completes the big blind with the king 9-0, but Coco's got top pair. Great Dan with a set of jacks. Bets 1.8 blinds. Quick call from Coco. deuce on the turn. 11 blinds in the middle. Man, the cat's just staring at all the the computer chords. He's like, I've got very mischievous plans. Don't you know, as the turn goes, check, check. So boring. 7 on the river, no flush completes, as there's a rainbow board. 11 blinds in the middle. There probably should have been a few more. We'll get a 4 blind bet. Coco will probably call. If they do raise, do we make it like 16? No surprises to just see a call from Coco. And Great Dant takes down a nice pot, bringing them in the first place position with 61 blinds. King 10 suited for Marcini on the button. Sees a Coco open from the cutoff with a 6 and a 7. All in from Marcini. Coco will go bounty hunting and look for a 6 or a 7 or a 4. 10 on the turn is bad news. Coco is just looking for the straight. The 4 on the river, we get a king. Top 2 pairs for Marcini gets a full double. They're hanging on out with about 12 blinds just behind Semensky, who's limping it in with a king 7 suited. And Danny as well with 16 blinds is another shorty. Allison with the king 8-0 might rip it in and take it down pre. Allison says, let's go to the flop. Jack, Jack 8. Not too much doing here. Allison will bet about 2 blinds and take the pot down. Ace Jack for Semensky. Looks like a raise and take it down pre. Queen 6 for Great Dant, and the big blind is not a very playable holding. They see an all in. Makes their life even easier. Just a quick fold. King Jack for Allison on the button will come in for the open. Couple of ducks for Coco. Every once in a while you see a small pocket pair rip it in pre-flop. There's the all-in from Coco. And Allison lets go the King Jack O. Nice little play by Coco to take it down pre-flop. Ace 10 for Danny with about 16 blinds will come in for the open under the gun. Queen 8 for Marcini, and the big blind will just swiftly fold. Couple of 3s for Coco. Ace 9 for Allison comes in for the open, and then Marcini sitting there with King King. Coco rips once again. Marcini quickly calls. Allison folds the ace 9. We get a oh, are you serious, PokerStars? A king? 7 doesn't do nothing. A boat for Coco Jambo gets another bounty, and we lose Marcini. Coco comes in for the open with the 8-9-0, back in first place position. Just over 60 blinds for Coco, 5-6 for Allison, and the big blind plays call. We get a 10-5-3 flop. Flop goes check, bet, call. We're off to, oh, check, bet, raise. Coco bets 4 blinds. Allison with middle pair. Backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. Clicks it back and takes the pot down on the flop. Ace Jack limps it in for Allison. Great Dant with a jack and a 2, and the big blind is thinking about a raise here. 3.5 blinds is coming on in. Oh, Great Dant checks it back. Queen 10-5 flop. Man, let me tell you, Great Dant is a great player. They aren't overly aggressive. They just take their spots wisely. Jack 2 just hits the muck there. Allison with the straight draw bets and takes it down. King Queen for Semensky. Ace 10 for Great Dant. Are we just calling from the small, or do we play raise? 5-handed ace 10 might be a value raise. 4.5 blinds is the size by Great Dant. Coco quickly gets out of the way. King Queen for Semensky. They play call. King Jack 5 flop. Semensky sees a very good flop for the King Queen. There's plenty of draws out there. The Queen is a bad one, as Great Dant obviously has a straight draw to the Queen. Has an overcard to the ace. Great Dant bets about 10% pot. Swift jam from Semensky. And Great Dant just lets go of their holding there. 9-7 suited, Semensky folds, of course. Queen 8 for Allison. 40 blinds, we're suited and booted, we'll play raise. And take it down pre-flop. Ace 9 for Great Dant. Comes in for the open. Aces for Danny. King 10 for Allison. Danny raises to 2 blinds. Get a call from the big, a Queen 3-2 flop. Danny bets small, 1.2 blinds. Allison with the backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw, 1 over a card, might come along to the turn. Oh, they come along with a raise. They make it 3 blinds to go. And Danny will play call 10 on the turn. Nicely done by Danny to keep Allison's bluff in there. Allison picks up a little bit of showdown with that 10. Not too likely to put too many more pennies in the middle, I don't think. They check it on over. Would be cool to see Danny check. They bet small, 1.8 blinds. Very cool stuff here from Danny. All in from the King 10 with about 11%. Danny will find the call swiftly. Oh, what? PokerStars 10 on the river? We lose Danny? Allison gets the bounty in a very rude way. PokerStars just fucked over Danny there. Queen Jack for Semensky. Queen Jack will come in for the limp. 2-6 suited for Allison completes the small blind. 6-4 checks it back. We get a Queen Jack 6 flop. It's a bottom pair for Allison and Great Dant. Allison with the backdoor flush draw. Semensky with top 2 pairs. The top is the 2 pairs. They bet 1.5 blinds. Allison finds the call. Great Dant also comes along. We get a 7 of spades on the turn. Interesting as Allison picks up a flush draw. If I'm Semensky, I bet again. About 4 blinds. Semensky bets 5. Allison raises all in. Get a quick call. Looking for a spade, a 6 or a 2. Wait, no, just a spade or a 6. My apologies. 3 of a kind or the flush. We get the 9 of spades on the river, so 2 pairs for Semensky is Gonzo Alonso. Allison gets another bounty. And most importantly, the chips, they've got 70 blinds. Ace King versus Ace 4, blind on blind. Great Dant is covered by Coco, so I thought we were going to limp it in. They raised to 3.7 blinds. I think Coco calls. They do land on the call. Queen 10 8 flop. All good news for Great Dant with the flush draw and the straight draw. Coco with much less going on. Backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw, ace high. She's a 2.5 blind bet, about a third. And Coco just lets her go. Nine 10 for Great Dant on the button. We'll come in for the open to 2.2 blinds. King 4 for Allison in the big could always 3-bet. Doesn't always happen, but it would be cool to see. Instead, we get a call. 10-5-2 flop. Top pair for Great Dant. Backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw for Allison. They get a free Queen of Clubs. Allison leads out for 3.5 blinds. Great Dant will land on the call option after checking back the flop. 3 on the river does complete the ace 4 and 4-6 straight, which Allison is blocking, as well as the clubs, most importantly. Allison does fire away with a river bluff, 8.3 blinds into 12. Oh, if I'm Great Dant, I think I want to call. We don't love the run out, but after checking back the flop and we're playing Allison, it feels like we have to find the call here. Obviously, we can see Allison is bluffing, so it's so much easier to say that than it is to click the call button in-game. Great Dant lands on the fold, and we're going to have to swiftly move forward through the break here. A6 for Coco will come in for the open. Great Dant with a 9 and a 7 in the big blind. Oh, goose, man. I want to stay away from the gourds. 9-7 comes in for a 3-bet to 7.7 blinds, and that will take it down pre-flop. Nice little steal by Great Dant. 8-5 for Allison from the button will come in for the open. 8-6 suited for Coco. 8-5's an open, right? Allison confirms that. Queen 9-6 flop. Bottom pair for Coco on a 3 flush board, sees an Allison bet. Coco does find the call, deuce of spades on the turn. Very interesting happening here. Now Allison bets another 3 blinds. If I'm Coco, I just let this go. Yeah, Coco gets out of the way. Nice little steal by Allison as they continue to put their foot on the gas. 6-7 suited for Coco will limp it in. 10-3-0 for Allison in the big blind. They're going to think about a raise. And Coco will call. 3.2 blinds is the size. 10 Jack 3 flop. Allison with 2 pairs on a 3 flush board. Coco with nothing doing. I suppose a backdoor straight draw, but it really blows as they just swiftly fold. Queen 7 suited for Allison will do something. They limp it in. Great Dant with the queen and a 9 in the big blind. Queen 9 checks it back. We get an 8-7-5 flop. Interesting. Straight draw versus middle pair. Backdoor flush draw for Allison. Gets a free jack of clubs on the turn. So Great Dant picks up another straight draw to the 10 now. 9 also gets them the pot. They bet 1.5 blinds. Quick call from the pair of 7s. 10 on the river. Great Dant makes the nuts. The absolute nizzles, yo. Great Dant bets 2.24 blinds with the nuts. And Allison might think about a bluff here with the one-liner to the 9 out there and the queen 9 being nuts. How many more times will he mention that? Allison says instead of bluffing, we'll just call down with a pair of 7s and see the bad news. King 5 for Great Dant will raise 3.7 blinds from the small. Jack 10 for Coco in the big. They play call and we get a 10-10-2 flop. Coco with 3 of a kind. Great Dant with the king high. Bets about 2 blinds. If I'm Coco, I just click the call button. We get an ace on the turn, so no help for Great Dant, of course. They check it on over. Turn goes check, check. 7 on the river. Coco's giving Great Dant all the room to catch up or to continue to tell the story come the river. Great Dant says, no, I won't fall for your trap. Coco bets 4 blinds. Could always get a call from the king high here. No surprises to see it. Great Dant shows him the king and Coco shows him the 10. Allison gets a walk with a 3 and a 5. Couple of 10 highs going to war. No, just kidding. Allison will fold the small blind. Couple of 3s for Allison. They'll raise it on up from the button. Both Great Dan and Coco have A10 suited. Ace 10 2 flop goes check, bet, raise, and a call from the threes. Ace on the turn. Oh, what's going on here? Coco bets another 4.5 blinds. Oh, what is this? Poker Stars 3 on the river. Allison makes about 22 blinds in the middle. Coco is not going to be very happy about this happening. All in from the boat, and if I'm Coco, I might find a call because that 3 is a brick. Or you would reckon it. Coco lets her go. Nicely done. Allison still wins a huge ass pot. 88 blinds for him. Ace deuce for Great Dan will come in for the open. No action for the AC deucey of the same suit. 6-3 for Allison, and the small blind might just fold. 8-2 for Great Dan, gets a walk. King 2 for Allison will raise to 2 blinds. Coco in the big with a Jack 10-0. King Jack 8 flop. So my cat's wrapped up in a bag's handle, eating some food. It's kind of fucking funny to see. Instead of just getting untangled from the bag, the cat's like, no, I'm just gonna eat all tangled up as we get a 7 on the river. No help for Coco's Jambo's pair jacks. They block the 10-9 straight. They block Jack, King Jack. They see a 6.5 blind bet, half pot. And Coco's gonna think about a call here. They go in the tank for a second and they let her go. Ace Jack suited for Great Dan will come in for the open. Allison in the big with a 10-6 though. Allison in the big with a 10-6-0. Does find the call. Ace King Queen flop. So Allison does have a straight draw to the jack. That would give Great Dan 2 pairs. Great Dan with top pair and the backdoor royal flush draw. Bets small and takes the pot down. Blinds go up. Coco's got 17 in last place and an ace and a 3. Allison in the small with an ace and a 4 will play fold. King 6 suited for Great Dan in the big blind. They play call. We get a Queen 9-8 flop. Goes check. 4 of spades on the turn. Gives Great Dan a flush draw. A king or 6s both live. Turn goes check. 8 of clubs on the river. Pairs the board. That doesn't matter. King high versus ace high. Goes check. And Coco will take a small pot. If they go for a value bet, that'd be really cool. Nah, they just show down the ace. Just gonna play with the microphone for a second. Whoa. Like I didn't even do anything and it's fucking like jacked up now. Are you still jacked up, yo? Yeah, you're jacked up now. I think that's gonna fuck with the video. Oh boy. How's he gonna edit this? Oh, I think I can still find a way to do it. King Queen for Allison with the straight draw. Coco Jambo with a pair of 10s goes for the check raise on the flop. 9 on the turn. And Coco bets a blind. Man, this microphone is jacked, yo. It's ready to go. 4 on the river. Coco's got 12.7 blinds and a pair of 10s. They check it on over. And Allison checks her on back. So I gotta remember about 35 minutes. Hopefully the video is still capable of being uploaded. Queen 3 for Allison limps it in. Ace 10 for Great Dane. Queen 4 for Allison lets her go. King 9 for Great Dane. 6s for Coco. Sees a 3.5 blind raise. Coco rips her in and takes her down pre. Boppity boo, boppity bee. Oh, Great Dane's got a couple of 7s on the button. They raise 2 blinds. 2.2. What if I sit back here? Now it's a little bit quieter. King for Coco. They go for the 3-bet to 7.5 blinds. No, I think I'm just going to sit up here. All in from the 7s and a quick call from the Kings. We're looking for a 7 dealer. And it don't come. Coco's Kings hold on up. They get the bounty, about $1,500 in their pocket. And we got a big heads up battle for 60 blinds. Or sorry, 60 blinds deep heads up battle. Sorry, I need some sleep. Ace King for Hey Allison. We'll get things started off with the King and the Ace. Did I already say that? Yes. Coco with an 8 and a 6. Season 9, 6-3 flop. We get a 3 blind bet out of Allison in position with the 2 overcards. Coco likes himself a check raise. They land on the call option this time. We get a deuce on the turn. Turn goes check, check. 3 on the river pairs the board. Yo, so I didn't even touch, so I touched the microphone, but I didn't adjust the setting. I didn't unplug it. I didn't plug it back in or anything like this. I touched the microphone and it started working better again. Aces for Allison gets no action. Riddle me that one, Poker Stars. What's up with the microphone? What'd you do? Allison limps in the Jack and the 3, the same suit. Sorry, that's not the same suit. What the fuck is wrong with me? Coco with 3 in a row sees a 1.5 blind bet. They play call, ace on the turn. Jack high picks up a straight draw to the 4. Coco with no straight draw, just 7 high. They find the fold. Ace 6 for Allison. They raise the 2.2 blinds. Coco with a 9 and a 7 sees a 10-3-5 flop. Flop goes check, check. 6 on the turn is an interesting card as Coco's got a straight draw to the 4 or 8. Get a 10 on the river. Allison's pair 6s hold up and they will take down the pot, and they might even get a little bluff out of Coco on the river here. And it might actually be a big bluff. Yeah, like 8 blinds, a quick call from the pair of 6s. And Allison takes down a nice pot, bringing them in first place position with about 68 blinds. Queen 6 plays call, facing a raise. Coco flops top pair. They bet 2.4 blinds. Allison with the queen high lets her go. Queen 7 for Allison. They limper on in. Coco with the 8 and the 4 raises to 4.5 blinds. Beautiful play. Beautiful poker, and they take it down pre-flop. Jack 8 will raise. Queen 7 will defend. We get a King Jack 3 flop. Coco bets 2.4 blinds, and they take the pot down. King 5 for Allison. 9-7 for Coco. We got to raise the 2.2 blinds. Coco quickly calls a King 10-7 flop. Top pair for Allison in the on the button. Holy shit, words are just getting so difficult. Bottom pair of 7s for Coco finds the call. We get a 5 on the turn. That's top and bottom pair now for Allison. They'll bet large and likely take the pot down. Although there's a lot of draws, yo. 10.5 blinds is the bet and a quick fold. Ace 5 for Coco. Allison with the King and a 7. Allison calls, so we get a Jack 10-9 flop. Flop goes check, check, queen on the turn. Straight for Allison. Straight for Coco on the 8 river. I mean, the board's a straight. 12 blinds is the bet by Allison. Swift call by Coco, and Allison shows him the king. Couple of jacks for Coco. 3-8 suited for Allison. We'll get a raise and a 3-bet and a take it down pre-flop. If Allison 4-bets, you can have all my money. For everybody. Everybody can have all of my money. What is that even? What? Who's that offer for? The first person to claim my money can take it. There we go. Allison folds. What a stupid fucking proposition. I'm sorry. I'm blaming it on the lack of sleep. Jack. Nope. Yeah, Jack 3 for Allison. 10-9 for Coco raises the button. We get an ace 5-3 flop. Goes check, check, Jack on the turn. 2 pairs for Allison. Nothing doing for Coco. Yeah, there's just no way Coco puts any pennies in the middle. Allison will lead out and take it down on the turn. Couple of ducks. 40 blinds deep. Do we ever just rip it in? No, Allison raises to 2 blinds. Coco calls with the 8-7 suited. We get an ace 6-3 flop. No hearts for Coco, but still 3 in a row. They see a 1 blind bet. And they do just let her go. 5-4 suited for Coco, 6-7 for Allison. We get a raise and a call, and we're rough to the flop. Although Allison did go in the tank. Thought about a raise pre-flop maybe. Queen 10-7 flop. Goes check, bet, call. We're off to the turn. 10 of clubs. Turn goes check, check. King of spades on the river completes the flush and some straights. There's still a few lower straight draws that miss, like 8-9, Jack 8, 8-6. Coco bets large and takes the pot down. Gets Allison off the pair of 7s. Nicely done. Ace 5 for Allison. We'll raise the button. Queen 6 calls the big. We get a Jack 10-4 flop. Backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw for Allison. An overcard sees the 9 of spades on the turn for free. Coco picks up a straight draw, doesn't smack it, come on the river. 10 of hearts. Coco bets 8 blinds, leads on out and gets the ace high off the pot. Nicely done. Blinds go up. Ace queen versus king jack. We'll see a raise and a 3-bet and a call. 6 blinds is the 3-bet size. If Coco rips the game. Oh, he does find the rip. Quick call from the ace queen king, or well, the jack of spades is going to completely dead Coco. Nicely done by Allison to get the victory. I forget when it was, but they picked up a huge ass pot at some point. When was that? Oh, wasn't it a few lucky bounties? Yeah, it was aces versus the 10. Yeah, right here. Get it all in on the turn. Smack a 10 on the river. They win a 30 blind pot there. Then just over here, they'll win another like 30 blind pot. Pick up the big stack, smacking the flush on the river. Sorry, a 40 blind pot, so even bigger. Anyways, Allison gets the W, scoops about $30,000. I'm not going to do the math. I just can't do it right now. But anyways, that's the end of the show. So if you made it all the way through, thanks for checking this bullshit out. Hopefully we'll see you in another video. Until then, adios amigos.